you have time for your parents, but you don't have time for me. Yeah. One
Hmm.
example, which a girl may say, because Ambani became Ambani, not because of, not spending time with the family.
Yes,
Yeah.
very valid.
Or maybe a rickshawala who's not spending a time is a millionaire.
Hmm.
Yeah. A person who pulls a rickshaw is also out for 20 hours and he's also out pulling the rickshaw and doing hard work, but he's not successful.
Welcome to the Ravi Nadar show. Today, I have a guest who is a love and abundance mindset coach, a co author of a book, I Can Coach, and author of an upcoming book, Beyond the Break, a founder of a Journey Within by Aarti and Happy Souls Club. She's also a plus size pageant winner and an aspiring model. She has won Miss Curvy 2021 crown and Inspiring Woman Award in 2022. She's also a counselor, hypnotherapist, inner child healing therapist, family constellation facilitator, past life regression therapist, Reiki grandmaster, backflower therapist, energy healer, life coach, and relationship healing coach. Since 2018, from last around 6 years, as a coach, she has already helped 1,000 plus people heal themselves, overcoming different kind of traumas, negative thoughts, overthinking, anxiety, depression, relationship issues, self-worth and self-esteem issues, and manifest a beautiful life. So let me give a warm welcome to our guest, Aarti Chawla. Welcome to the Ravi Nadar show. It's a very pleasure to have a word with you and getting at that particular time and to discuss about an interesting topic over here, Aarti.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ravi, for inviting. And
Thank you.
thank you so much to your audience for listening to me and listening to both of us. And it's an honor. I'm looking forward to this chat. And let's go ahead.
Absolutely. So let us start with because today's topic is all about the loved ones, okay? And I want you to give a brief about yourself, how your journey got started, and if there is any bigger turning point which has actually turned your world upside down, and right now you're in over here. So how did all those things happen?
Yes, sure. Thank you so much for asking this because this question takes me to like many years ago when I used to work in corporates. And since I'm an MBA HR and marketing, I had a 9 to 9 job and a
Mm-hmm.
stressful life and a lot of work, no time for self, no time for social, no relationship, no nothing in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And that is when in 2016 I realized that, I have to do something about it. And then I started my own healing journey. And
Mm-hmm.
that's where, what is the turning point, because that is the time when I realized I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing so much, but for what? The
Mm-hmm.
question came, किसके लिए इतना पैसा, किसके लिए इतना stress, for whom I'm doing all of this.
Mm-hmm.
So, and what is my purpose? What is it that I have to do in this life? Do I have to
Mm-hmm.
just come, earn, sleep, eat, and go and die one day, or do I have a purpose? So
Mm-hmm.
I went in the quest of looking for my purpose. And that's when my healing journey started. And I realized my purpose is to help others
Mm-hmm.
overcome their trauma, help them, and, spread love in life. And that's how it all began many years.
Great.
And
Thanks for
today I'm here.
sharing. Yeah, yeah. Thanks for sharing that because it's not that easy from being a corporate employee to transforming this journey, right? So help us understand that, like, as a love and abundance mindset coach, what are some of the common mediocre thinking habits that actually silently destroys relationship, and how can we break free from them, according to you?
Very interesting question. Mediocre habits that we have, So,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, I would like to share it with your audience what exactly is an habit, right? To
Mm-hmm.
start with, because we're talking about mediocre habits.
Right.
A habit is something that, we try the first place.
Mm-hmm.
We try doing, we like it, we get some dopamine, we get all the hormones in our body, and
Mm-hmm.
then we start doing it or practicing it or experiencing it on a daily basis, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it is said that thing that you do today, like one day, and when you do it continuously for multiple days, it becomes habit.
Mm-hmm.
And when something is your habit, it becomes your behavior. And when something is your behavior, it becomes your, your personality. You become that habit. And when
Mhm.
it is your personality, it becomes your destiny. Yeah.
Mhm.
So from doing it one day to doing it multiple day, inculcating it as a habit to making it a
Mhm.
behavior to making
Mhm.
it your personality, it becomes your destiny. So if you want to change
Mhm.
your destiny, we need to change our habits.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, and when we speak about habits in relationships,
Mhm.
uh,
Mhm.
we might think, okay, it is just a one-off day that I was angry. It was just one-off day that, we had a fight, one-off
Mhm.
day that, we were triggered and all of that. But that one-off day can become a habit. This can
Mhm.
become your pattern. It is mostly a pattern, which is coming right from the childhood to your adulthood, and that you bring in your relationship. Yeah. So,
Mhm.
for example, if in your childhood you had a pattern of being sad
Mhm.
because of XYZ reason, there was a pattern of, not being happy in a happy state, and, the emotional level. When you become an adult, whatever it may be, new
Mhm.
job, still you are sad, you are unsatisfied. New life, new car, new house, everything new, but still there is no happiness within.
That has already
A
become
lot
a
of people
pattern
these days
now.
say, it's a pandemic. It's already a pandemic that you have everything of this. That's what is your pattern. And that is what you're bringing in the relationship also. So the first habit, which is a mediocre habit that the people need to take care of, is your emotional regulation, your
Mhm.
emotional intelligence.
Mhm.
Because if you have a pattern of something right from the childhood or in the adulthood you picked up, or because of some traumas, some incidents you picked up, and that's there in you will bring it on the table with the other person. And, if you are not regulated, you can never have emotionally regulated, you can never have, understanding and a fulfilling relationship. You will always feel that void that,
Mhm.
I feel sad, I feel unhappy already,
Mhm. Mhm.
though there is no input from the partner's end, but you yourself are feeling unhappy, lonely, sad, because that's coming as a baggage. So first thing is, we must work on any baggage, any emotional baggage, emotional turmoil that you are carrying,
Mhm.
and making it a pattern. So we need to regulate ourselves emotionally. Yeah. Second is the communication skills. I mean, people have a habit of just talking generally. The one you love the most,
Mhm.
that's the one person you should be most aware of what you are talking. People
Mhm.
think, okay, ये तो अपना है, इसको तो कोई वो नहीं है, I can talk whatever. Of course you can share yourself, of course
Mhm.
you can talk your heart out,
Mhm.
but sometimes, there is a very thin line between talking your heart out and hurting the other person.
Mhm.
Yeah. So a habit of course, being able to express yourself is very, very important in a relationship. But
Mhm.
we also need to learn the art of communicating properly so that it is beneficial for both and you have a fulfilling relationship.
So any
Ra-
one simple tips, like when it comes to the communication, because this is something which is an important point, I think, because हमें ऐसा लगता है कि अरे it's okay, मैंने तो ऐसे ही कुछ बोल दिया, but I don't know कि that particular topic or that particular thing has hurted the other person most.
Mm. Yeah, of course. Why not? So, there are a lot of women who come, married women, and even
Mm-hmm.
single who come to me, and even men, they come and they talk about all the relationship problems, what they're facing, and all of that. And then when
Mm-hmm.
we deep dive, dig deeper into how you're communicating with your partner, a lot of times it is identified. Just आपने example पूछा, a lot of time it is identified. For example, you say, you have time for your parents, but you don't have time for me. Yeah. One
Mm-hmm.
example, which a girl may say, a
Mm-hmm.
woman, a wife who's hurt can say, you have time for your parents, but you don't have time for me. तुम तो ऐसे हो, तुम तो वैसे हो. You
Mm-hmm.
always talk to your mother, but you don't talk to me. This, that, whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this can create a lot of miscommunication and, I mean, a lot of problems in your relationship. Your thing is fine. Okay, you are not getting attention. उसका
Mm-hmm.
नीचे layer क्या है? What is the layer beneath that?
Mm-hmm.
The beneath layer is that, wife feels that he is not giving enough attention to me. We are not spending time.
Mm-hmm.
So rather than saying that you have time for your family, but you don't have time for me, rather than saying this, how about saying, it's been a long time that we've spent time together. Let's go for a drive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the same thing. You want attention, you want time from your husband, but rather than going in that, communication style of sarcasm and
Mm-hmm.
taunt and all of that, rather than that, how about talking what you want? So that's where it comes that men and women, wife and
Mm-hmm.
husband, male and
Mm-hmm.
female, both of them need to understand the right kind of communication style,
Mm-hmm.
the right kind of communication way, so that there are less misunderstandings, there is more compatibility, there is more fulfilling relationship, and you thrive. It's not that difficult, let me tell you. Yeah, because at the end, what both of you both need love and attention.
Correct.
It's just the way you are communicating,
Mm-hmm.
comparing yourself to the mother or to the family members, and you are just saying that, okay, you don't have time for me. Rather, how about asking for some time from the husband?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Also, very important, listening
Mm-hmm.
skills. In
Mm-hmm.
continuation to this, the third thing I would like to say is the listening skills.
Mm-hmm.
In this fast life, everybody wants to talk. Everybody want someone who can understand that person. I also would want someone who can listen to me without any judgment, without any questions. They understand me and all of that. And this is with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But who's going to listen to us? Yeah. So having a listening skill, sitting and just listening to your partner plays such an important role. And that's one of the habits I would want people to share, people to inculcate, because rather than listening, we are always taking each other for granted and, creating miscommunications, especially
Absolutely.
in romantic relationships. Today, if your 70-year-old mother is also there at home, she will also say, expect or want, okay, there should be somebody to listen to me, koi mujhse baat kare,
Mm-hmm.
somebody come and shares with me, and so on and so forth. So whether it is a senior citizen or it is a child wants to share at school mein kya hua,
Mm-hmm.
what happened here, what happened there, and usne ye bola, usne wo bola, usne mujhe mara ye. Children also want to share with you. Don't you see small little children coming and talking, blah 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 blah, just
Yes.
blabbering. Though you've become an adult, does not mean that you don't want to share. You still have that small little child in you.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
can totally relate to this because nowadays a lot of time what happens people are not ready to listen because you said it very rightly, they just want to talk.
Yes. Yeah, and that's the reason, mental health professionals are needed in every hook and corner.
Hmm.
Mental health professionals, so I'm not saying they are just there to listen to you and that's all a counseling therapy is, but
Hmm.
a lot of counseling and therapy sessions include listening.
Hmm.
Usually, first session goes in just listening to the client. When somebody comes here, I am just giving you a space. Okay, go ahead, talk. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, just talk, and not um, emphasizing enough on the fact that
Hmm.
counseling is much more than that. I
Hmm.
mean, your audience should know just listening is not counseling and therapy. Counseling and therapy is more than that. But since you have so much inside,
Hmm.
we need a space to the client to speak initially.
Hmm.
And sometimes catharsis happen only while talking. They just wanted to talk and put their heart out and just cry. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
I
how about
totally
having that?
agree with this. Okay. So now the other point which I want to know is over here, like what is our mindset like when it comes to the money, the success and personal growth impact or relationship with loved ones? Like what kind of a mindset we needed? Because when it comes to giving that space to the loved ones, you said that the communication, but when someone is more towards money or
Hmm.
success or someone who is into a personal growth, then how does that affects in a relationship? does it like actually affect the relationship, or how can some, like, someone can take care, maybe like, with a simple strategy which you can share?
Oh, yes, definitely. Why not? In fact, not just money. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of things uh, can be two different things for two people. One
Mm-hmm.
person, money is important. One person, money is not important.
Mm-hmm.
But we need to understand that everybody comes with their set of values.
Mm-hmm.
You have your different kind of upbringing. You have a different parent, you have different parenting styles, you've come with different upbringing, you've come with different food at home, you've come with different culture at home, you've come
Mm-hmm.
with different education background and exposure to the world.
Mm-hmm.
All of that matters, right? So it's not just about money. So as you grow, usually it is seen when there are values which are not matching,
Mm-hmm.
whether it is money or it is lifestyle, it is looks, or it is, family or parents or any other value which is non-tangible, something like honesty, something like integrity.
Mm-hmm.
People have differences. People will have differences. You're not getting married or to your twin.
Exactly,
You
yeah.
are you are not dating a person who's just
Same like you.
exactly like you and is a twin partner and all of that. No, you're not marrying a twin, right? Even in twins who are like 5 minutes difference in age, they also have different personalities, different values, different exposure. Two children in the same house will have different ways, different thought processes, different styles, and different
Mm-hmm.
personalities. Leave apart the partners who have come from a different house altogether. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And money is an important value. Sometimes it is more to one person and less to the other. It's never that nobody values money. If
Mm-hmm.
they say so, it's not true.
Correct.
If any man or any woman says, I don't value money, मेरे को time दे, मुझे प्यार दे, बस हो गया. खाना कौन देगा टेबल पे?
Correct. If you don't give food for one day, they will automatically kick you out.
So money is important. Money is, a value that both of them value. The only thing is one person values more and one person values less.
Hmm.
That's the only difference. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And when you ask me one tip in a relationship, how we can
Mm-hmm.
manage,
Mm-hmm.
first thing is communicate. Sit together, make your goals. What are your money goals? Yeah. What is
Very
it?
important.
Where do you want to see yourself 3 years, 5 years? It's not just a good question to be asked in an interview. Where do you want to see yourself 5 years down the line? No.
Correct.
It is a very important question, even in relationships, when you sit together and discuss what is it that we want, how many trips do we want, what is the place that we want to travel, what is
Mm-hmm.
the expenditure at home that we are expecting, how many children are we expecting, what are the things that we expect, the way, the school, the college, the education, what is the level of education we are expecting for our child, what is the
Mm-hmm.
level of expenditure on luxuries that we are expecting on a car, on a house, on renovation, on, redevelopment, rebuilding this, that, what is the expectation that all of this is something that is supposed to be discussed, but
Hmm.
it is not. In Indian societies, especially when we have an arranged marriage, it is more at a superficial level that he belongs to this khandan, this family, they have this much bungalow, this much property, this, that property and all is fine. But two people, when they come together, the individual comes with their own expectation, their own expenses, their own individual contribution, individual contribution also, and individual expenses also.
Absolutely.
Family is there, the khandan and everything is fine, the properties and all will be there. But
Mm-hmm.
how about the other ambitions?
Mm-hmm.
Seen a lot many times men who are even ambitious, they don't know how to handle ambitious women.
Mm-hmm.
So it is very, so that's what creates misunderstandings, that's what creates separations and divorces, because there is no discussion about all of this. And even if there is a discussion, there is conflict, which is bound to happen. It's okay if there is a conflict. You still need to come and find out a way how you can solve it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially in money matters, it is important because, um, you know, these days women are equally ambitious as men.
Correct.
Yeah. So having a proper communication, discussing with each other, discussing about your values to start with, how important it is. Like, I'll give you an example. So, when I married my husband, we have a house loan going on, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and there is some stipulated amount of EMI that we all pay.
Mm-hmm.
So, while we were dating, he was like, okay, I have to repay the debt. I will do that. Don't expect me कि मैं 2 साल का bonus इकट्ठा उठा के I will pay the bank and I will switch off my loan. I want to enjoy my daily expenses and my luxuries and
Mm-hmm.
other my travel and other things also. Don't expect I will become me miser and I will save lakhs of rupees in 2 years, 3 years, and I'll switch off the loan or the debt that we have
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
to stop the EMIs. I won't do that. So that is his value. That he's
Mm-hmm.
not going to do that. He's okay giving some amount of interest to the banks, but he's not okay compromising on his travel and his other, yearly expenses, uh, and all of that, just because we want to come out of debt. I don't know if there's anybody who's coming from a wealth management point of view may say that you must close your debt immediately. I understand, but that's what is his value, and I respected that. I was like, okay, koi baat nahi, it's okay.
I think this
You
is
go
where the communication part comes in. कि आपको
ahead.
पता चल रहा है कि सामने वाला like what is that value he holds, and you want to agree to it, or what is your values. When you're speaking with each other, that's when you come to the point and there is a equal balance. But when you
Yes,
stop
exactly.
communicating it within the partners, that's when the burst happens, and that leads towards separation or a divorce.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So communication is very important. And another thing, okay. So if you do not agree with that value,
Mhm.
try finding out a way. Yeah,
Hmm.
try finding out something. So if
Instead of
I do not
finding out of a way of a different partner, find out of a way, like, how can we manage it?
exactly, and that's what I say that there are certain problems which are like, you go in a loop. There
Mhm.
is no solution to it. You can't do anything. When
Mhm.
you can't do anything, you can't do anything. But
Correct.
when there are certain problems in a marriage or in a relationship, there are two kind of problems. One is which are stuck. You can't do anything. There is no solution. Another is where you can work around, you can talk around and find out a solution. They are workable problems. They are solvable problems. So if you are stuck in a solvable problem related to money or whatever, find out a way. Otherwise, you just be with it.
Hmm.
So there was a time I thought, okay, let me do the closure of the debt, and we'll do it, and I'll take the whole responsibility and all of that. So I thought that's the solution. Then later I realized that no, that's it is not feasible. It is not a sustainable problem
Mhm.
because of my own ups and downs in my business. So let me
Mhm.
not take that responsibility and let me go with what my husband is saying.
Hmm.
So we can try finding out a feasible solution. If that works, it's fine. Otherwise, you will have to surrender. The problem is when two people take it on their ego, when two people take it on their own, this thing, no, this is not what I want, and this is not I
Hmm.
want. This is what I want. That's where the problem is. So we need to be very intelligent in identifying which is a
Mhm.
solvable problem and which is not a solvable problem.
Hmm.
Things like expenses and all of this is solvable, workable. You can negotiate and do things. But yes, when it comes to investments,
Mhm.
this much percent we have to invest as a couple. There is no second thought about it. Once you've decided, first you need to have a conversation, and once you've decided, there's no second thought. You have to means, I mean, you consider that money is gone forever.
Hmm.
That's not even there in your savings account. Yeah. So these are the kind of situations that you need to handle and understand which is a solvable problem and which is not a solvable problem.
Thanks
Where
for
you
sharing
can
this. Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome. Where you can negotiate and where you
Mhm.
cannot negotiate. If both of you have a value and both of you understand that, after retirement, this is the corpus that we need and this is what something that we
Mhm.
are expecting and this is what we have to contribute in our
Mhm.
saving investments every month on month, no negotiation about that. You have to do.
Hmm.
Yeah, but ट्रैवल फंड कम ज्यादा कर सकते हैं, इमीडिएट कुछ एक्सपेंस आ गया कम ज्यादा कर सकते हैं. So work around and do it accordingly. The more important thing is communicating and having clear expectations.
That is something which is very much important. I know, like, with the time availability we have, I would, like, we have come towards the end of this particular talk show, but a last question for you, Aarti.
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
So there is a belief that success comes at the cost of a family time. Is that
Mm.
common? Is this a myth or it's not a myth? If it is a myth, how does this actually making a people feel guilty for wanting more in life, but it is costing them?
This is a tricky question, honestly, because you know, hard work does not mean success. Smart work does not mean success. It Success is not. I mean, that is not a tangible thing to be compared with time, because time and success can never be compared to each other. That is what is my belief,
Mhm,
and I've read a few books also around it. I've tried pondering over, this concept of time and success,
mhm,
but somehow I got convinced that no, there's no interlink between these two,
okay.
because Ambani became Ambani not because of not spending time with the family,
Yes,
yeah,
very valid.
or maybe a rickshawala who's not spending a time is a millionaire.
Hmm.
Yeah, a person who pulls a rickshaw is also out for 20 hours, and he's also out pulling the rickshaw and doing hard work, but he's not successful. So, what I believe is it's not about time. It's all about, your skills, how skillful you are, how you are able to, monetize those skills.
Hmm.
So, for example, I know of people who have maybe, after their high school and all of that, maybe they've done just a graduation and, a normal PG diploma, and they've gone into work, and maybe, they are at a mediocre level.
Mhm.
But there are, on the flip side, there are other people who are 10th pass and who are doing business, and they are earning in lakhs and crores of rupees. So it's all about the skills, how smart you are to monetize it,
Mhm.
how beautifully you maneuver this world, which is full of supply and demand. It's all a thing of supply and demand. And what you are good at. You need to first identify what you are good at.
Mhm.
So I don't believe in this concept of 70 hours a week and 80 hours. Up 70 hours banalo, 80 hours banalo, doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Person who's at a mediocre job, who's doing 9 to 5, 9 to 7, 9 to 9, will continue doing that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yes. Success comes only when you think out of the box. When you do something good at that work so that you go to another level. When you start a startup of your own, you found a company and you do something which contributes to the society and also grows you. That is, in this world, in this time and age where we are
Mhm.
2025, this is something which gives success, not
Mhm.
hard work, not the
Mhm.
time that you spend, and especially not the time that you don't spend with the family.
Great, great. I think so. This made a very clear point, like, what actually it is. So great. Well, it's been a pleasure, like, Aarti, for giving your time, and, like, where we had had a conversation when it comes to into the relationship and what matters, like, how we can communicate effectively. How can someone reach out to you? Like, if they are going through some love and relationship issues, or maybe some kind of they need healing. People don't think that they need healing. But if there is some kind of a broken relationship in your life, definitely that means you need someone as a coach, like, Aarti, who is a love and abundance mindset coach. You need someone so that they can listen to you and, like, help you in, like, healing, or giving you different kind of a solution. So how can people can contact you?
Sure, definitely. Before I give how can people contact me, I want to tell everybody
Mhm.
you are a product of whatever has happened to you in the past, whether in
Hmm.
your childhood, in your teenage, in your adulthood, or while you are growing up after that. You all your beliefs, your thoughts, your outside world is a mirror of whatever is there inside you. Everything that you are going through right now, whether it is a struggle in money, a struggle in relationship, struggle in your health, even health, your
Mm-hmm.
disease, they are all because of whatever is there inside you.
Mm-hmm.
Your beliefs, your thoughts, your patterns, your blocks, your energy, all of that makes you a whole person, right? So whoever is going through any challenge or suffering in this life, whether in health, wealth, relationship, money, any area,
Mm-hmm.
I will suggest one consultation with anybody, be it me, be it anybody, therapist or healer, one consultation and find out the diagnosis of your problem. And
Mm-hmm.
believe you me, the diagnosis will be inside of you. How many number of jobs you change? If you're unhappy, you will remain unhappy. Whatever businesses you start, if you have this pattern of failure, whatever you start, you will fail in every business, right? So whatever is showing you up, no, the struggle that's showing up
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
is telling you that's the area you need to heal. So
Mm-hmm.
if it is a relationship issue, it is showing you that's the area that you need to heal yourself in. Yeah. So I would urge everybody to deep dive, introspect a little, take
Mm-hmm.
help from a professional, and work on your life, your situation. And you've not come here to suffer, my dear. You've not come here to suffer and to, just have a mediocre life. You
Mm-hmm.
are here to thrive. You've come here with a purpose. Find your purpose. You've come here to thrive in your health, wealth, relationship, all the areas of life. I've seen, 40 years, 38 years having cardiac arrest, so much
Mm-hmm.
stress, so much of, issues in life, so much of suicides going on these days because of relationship problems. So many men are suffering in relationships. I would want each one of you to step out, take help. Yeah. And if you want to reach me, you can always reach me on Instagram at Aarti Chawla Official. I myself personally reply to each and every DM that comes to me. My number is also there in my Instagram, and my website is aartichawla.in. Connect with us on Instagram, DM us. We'll connect with you on WhatsApp. Fix up an appointment and take help. Do not suffer. Spread love. That's what I will give a last message. Be happy, spread love, and this life is not for suffering, my dear. Just be happy, spread love, and take care of yourself.
Absolutely. I like the way, like you said, you are not born to suffer. Like, because this is my thinking, like, why to be in the scarcity when there is so much of abundance in life,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
And would
Yeah.
love
Why
to.
mediocre life when you can thrive in life, right? So why have a mediocre?
Absolutely. And I would like you to put a little bit highlight for your upcoming book, which is Beyond the Break. So what can, people can see in that particular book? And if you can also tell, when it is going to be launched, so that the people are happy to, go ahead and, buy your book.
Definitely. Thank you so much for highlighting this, because I've been working on this book for 2 years now, and
Hmm.
it's a story of heartbreak. It's a story of
Okay.
breakthroughs. It's a story of beyond the heartbreak, how you get the breakthrough.
Hmm.
So that's the reason the title is Beyond the Break, because I want people, because we all go through heartbreak day in day out.
Hmm.
Workplace, something happened, we feel bad, किसी ने कुछ बोल दिया, in our love life, somebody said something, dating life, things are not working out, marriage, things are not, we go through heartbreak every day. It's not just one thing. Only divorce will give you heartbreak, no. Only breakup will give you heartbreak, no. We feel this every day, and
Hmm.
most of us are broken, these days. So how you can gather your broken pieces, how you can overcome this heartbreak, whatever problems that you are facing in life, you feel heartbroken because of whatever XYZ issues, how you can overcome that, how you can do the inner work, which is very, very important. That's what is there in this book. And this will give you practical exercises how to do the inner work. And this book is not just meant for teenagers or single people or married people
Mhm.
for their love life. It is meant for everybody. Everybody should read this once. And I will also be putting a link, if you allow,
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Ravi, we'll put a link to a pre-order this book so that
Mhm.
whenever it is launched in a month or so, people can get a free copy. So, ebook. So I would want them to pre-order right away, and this will really be helpful for everybody. And you need to tell me and come back, everybody who's listening to me, how did you like this book?
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for sharing that, because it's not a book, right? Because Aarti is sharing over here a different kind of an experience she is having, and different kind of a souls which she has helped to gather together. Okay, so it for you it might be just a one book, but we see this as it's not about a one book. Maybe that one book has saved one relationship. We
Absolutely.
have done the job. We have done
And let
that
me
job
tell
of
you,
pairing.
yeah, let me tell you, so many books have impacted me.
Yes,
I mean, no, and I always go back and check that book as a Bible. So many books that we've read, they have a deep, lasting impact on us. So I am sure this book is also going to have a lasting impact, and you will get real breakthroughs through it.
absolutely. Because today, like right now, I am over here talking to you because some book has changed me as well to be over here. Like, my first book, like Think and Grow Rich. And that
Yes,
also made me thinking in such a way that today I also have my own book, which is Quit Mediocrity. So any book can change someone's life. So let it be beyond the break for your life. Okay, so that is something which I would like to share. And definitely, yes, there will be a link below the description where you can go ahead and pre-book this particular book. And TM Aarti, okay, if you're facing any kind of a problem when it comes to in the love and relationship, okay, and get her consultation and start changing your life. That is what I would say. And we have come to the end of this particular talk show, and I really, really appreciate Aarti for taking out time and giving such a wonderful insight to the audience. Because if I see that this video has made us even a small impact or effect on their heart by listening something, I think so I have done my, like, part from this end. And Aarti, you have also, like, you have already done so many things, and we think, like, we together was able to, like, touch some hearts over here. So thank you so much, Aarti. And yes, any last thing you would like to say to the audience?
yes, thank you. It's a big deal. If I'm able to touch even a single heart here, I am so grateful and I'm so thankful to all of them. You can put it in the comment if something inspired you, if something touched your heart, as Ravi mentioned. So please let us know in the comments and let us know. And it was an honor. It was great talking to you, Ravi. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Adi. So, yes, this was the episode, like, where we had gone into a deep conversation how you can, like, build your relationship with Aarti Chawla, who is a love and abundance mindset coach. And this is what I believe in the end, that as a lover, as a spouse, husband and wife, nobody is perfect. But what I see as a man, as a wife, if we both are together, that means you are a perfect, because somebody else's strength cannot be your strength as well, but your weakness can be someone, like the other partner's strength, and someone's weakness can be your strength, and that's how you become as a whole, as a perfect match. And yes, it's time for you to, like, take your match to the next level, and reach out to Aarti, DM her, okay, and get into her consultation. And thank you so much. And we'll see you in the next episode of the Ravi Nadar Show. And thank you so much, Aarti, once again. Bye bye. Take
Thank
care.
you so much, Ravi, and thank you very much, everybody. Bye. Take care.
Thank you. Bye bye.